Going on, guys? It's Will. Hopefully, you're having a great Monday afternoon. Today's a beautiful green day for the Big Bear, as we see them up about up to $9.40 today. So they're up over 20% on some of the moves as BAIG leads the way today, up to $36 a share, and then Big Bear surged to $9.50. Wanted to just hop on here, do a quick analysis for what we got going with Big Bear. We've been watching them for over a year now at an average price of around $2.80. We have long-term positions in the company, and we started covering them around $1 a share. We have seen them start to break out and find this continuation above that $8 support. We did a video earlier today and said, hey, there's a support right at $8 a share, and that's what we saw. We did that video, and then shortly after this, we did some work on Mercatus, the machine. We've been building this thing out. I get some analysis. I'd like to use Grok here. Grok, how many of you guys have used it? We're going to use it here for BigBear.AI. We get analysis here, and we've had some really great new features rolling out over on this Mercatus app. I was working on it today, working in a nice spot in Buenos Aires, and then also went out to dinner with family. We went to a nice steak restaurant, got some steak, and then my wife and I went back to our Airbnb here, and then my two brother-in-laws and my wife went out for a bike ride in Buenos Aires. So it was a really cool afternoon for them, and then had the family over here for just a little bit. And it's always good to see the family over here in Buenos Aires. And then when it comes to, this $9.44 range on Big Bear, we were watching it again. We saw this dip on Friday. We're looking for a recovery from about $7 up to $8.50. We saw that $8.50 and more today. So it held above that EMA, continued to bull up into higher highs and reach levels that we haven't seen since January of 2025 here. So very quickly, we see that $9.50 range. We're going to watch closely there. That's a previous resistance level there around that $10 price point. You can see that we reached it last time around $10. So we've seen them run up today. So that's the resistance level, kind of around $10 a share, right around where they're at right now, as they made that run. So just a little bit higher than there. They have some new contracts, or I guess partnerships, that were revealed today. One partnership came out related to, let's see what it was. They came out with some news, and it was all about, not very scan tech. It was a defense deal with T-Second partnering on infrastructure for the battlefield. Not really too sure. I know it's Edge AI, and that they're using the Conductor OS orchestration platform. If you look at some of their solutions and you look at how they use that AI orchestration over on Conductor OS, you could take a look at the page and see how they kind of use it. They have a bunch of different tools, data connectors, this AI that can be plugged into most defense capabilities. And anyway, they launched that partnership today, so that was good news. But really, we see the whole market's rally. Most of everything was up today. We saw AMD continue. Tesla had a nice run today. Serve Robotics jumped to $16 a share. Robotics was good. Minerals have been popping off today. We saw minerals really surge, because part of the reason why the market plunged in crypto and in stocks on Friday was because basically Chinese put a restriction on exports of valuable minerals that are very useful for tech development for the US, including batteries and things like that. And in the response, Trump basically said, hey, we're going to put a 100% tariff on Chinese goods. So they have to pay double, essentially, or they're probably going to see a big cuts in imports as a result of that. Playing the game there, America and China on the imports and exports, and you see it play out to where the market had a big dip on Friday, and we see a big recovery now. And that's where the money's made. So Rigetti, our positions up to over 449% as quantum computing companies surged today. Rigetti was up 25%, up to over $50 a share. They dropped up to 57 bucks. QBTS up to $42, and IonQ at a whopping $83 a share. All quantum companies now to all-time highs. As the AI boom continues, there is obviously the conversation around quantum scalability. So you see Big Bear. Big Bear is definitely on the radar. We are holding our long-term positions. We don't move at this point. We continue to look for the opportunities on the short-term trades. We missed that last dip on Friday. Obviously, we're traveling at the moment. If you guys are following, we had just landed in Buenos Aires, so I actually missed that trade opportunity. But we will look for any other opportunities. Nearest support level for Big Bear is actually around $8.50. Maybe a support around $8.75. That was a previous resistance level. But Big Bear continues to run up, and I'm looking forward to it. It's always good to see it here as it's up literally almost 9x since we started covering it. And congratulations to everybody holding Big Bear today. What an awesome move. And the other thing, when we're getting the analysis on the AI, you can see some of the bullish momentum now kicking in from Grok on the AI. And really, when we're looking at the movement in the markets for specifically AI, we're definitely going to be looking at all of the insider trading, what's happening in the markets with the financials. And if we see continued institutional buying on a company like Big Bear, that's pretty good indication that things are, moving in a good direction for Big Bear. So, when you see those contracts like today kind of continue, you see some of that movement continue, institutional buying increase on Big Bear. That's always good to see. Now I see Bravo's here, says hi Will. Nico Style says, yo, what's good, coach? I got that notification. I was right in here. Hey, what's going on, man? Hopefully you're having a good Monday evening. DC Smith, what's going on? Will, good to see you. Biggie, hi, what's going on? Hey there, Annette. Hey, what's going on, Annette? I don't know if you had a chance to check out the machine or use it recently. I'm excited for our upcoming call. We got some machine members in here. Dr. Gonzo, do you guys see what's happening in the silver market? Yeah, what's going on in the silver market today, Doctor? Curious about that. What do we have going on in the silver market? All-time highs as London squeeze sparks market havoc. So the London market, short squeeze rocks the London market, and silver soared, and gold soared to all-time highs. Yeah, that's a big deal. One thing to note, while the market's surging to unprecedented levels, sometimes it's not a result of value creation as much as it could be potentially a result of, inflation, devaluation of currency. Those are all things to be watching. And that's why you don't want to be in a position where you're not holding assets. You want to hold assets. It's one of the best things you can do to hedge against inflation or be ready for things like that. So again, be ready, not to scare anybody, but the reason too is not just because of value creation. That's one thing, but we also see it because of inflation. And that's something that you see in the AIs. Annette says, I used the machine a lot today. Awesome, Annette. I'm glad you're using it. Let me know how it's going. I got some really good feedback earlier. If you're not familiar, if anybody's tuned in and you're a machine user, if you're not already a machine user, what are you waiting for? Go to the first link in the description. There's a full breakdown. But if you are a machine user, one thing you'll notice over here when you log in, okay, so you get logged in. Over here on the left side, we added a plus mark. So you got the search bar on the left, you got the market visualization here in the middle, where you can visualize markets. Search bar on the left, that's where you kind of select your AI model and search your favorite stocks. But there's a plus mark on the left. If you click that plus mark, it will be a bug report, feature requests, improvement suggestions, So make sure to, feel free to fill that out for sure. Now, when it comes to Big Bear, again, we're going to watch that resistance there at $9.50 to $10 soon, most likely. They're in the move right now, and we could see that they're absolutely crushing it right now. So momentum is high, and we see even government shutdowns. Some of the data that is being considered for the government shutdowns indicates that we're seeing bullish momentum despite the government shutdown, and that's pretty normal for most government shutdowns. Johnny, what's going on? How are you doing, Johnny? What's going on, Dylan? Still loading on Redwire. That's right. Good to see it. Redwire CTM. Elvis says, hey, your last video on Redwire or on Big Bear was frozen. I know. We fixed it. Hopefully you can see everything okay now. Huge options flow for Big Bear at $10 strike price. Yep, that's what we see. I love it, guys. Well, hey, if you ever want to tune on in live to our daily live trading session, we'll be there tomorrow morning at Market Open. It's the second link in the description. If you want to get access to the best AI models in the world with the best data sources that does the analysis, how we normally go through analysis, then you can get access in the first link in the description to see what the machine is all about. And I appreciate you all. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.